Tell us your name and where you're from and name your store.
I'm Kevin Cotter. I'm with New Earth Market in Yuba City, California. Yeah.
I love Yuba City. My cousins are there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Now, you just opened your first store, right?
About 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Tell us the story of why you decided to open your first store.
Well, it kind of started back, my daughter got sick, or she was sick, really from the day she was born. She had this asthmatic cough, this white cough that was like a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day cough. And we're like, okay, so we started the asthma treatments, right, with the Singular, and we were doing inhalers, and we ended up doing a steroid at some point when she was about 4 or 5 years old, just to stop that cough. She was missing a ton of school, and it's like we're just trying to help make her feel better. She wasn't sleeping, she was exhausted all the time, and I just at one point figured something's causing this. It's not just she has this cough. What is causing this cough? So we went up and down the West Coast, went to several different doctors, and we stumbled upon this one doctor, and it was the most amazing interview. It wasn't like a typical office. She'd go in, and he sat in his office, and he looked at her, and blonde hair, blue-eyed, and we started asking questions like, what's she crave? What's she fear? Tell us what's in her environment. Let's talk about that. And he goes, I think I know what's wrong with you. And it's like, okay. So he said, pull off dairy. She's allergic to dairy. And sure enough, she was. And that cured her asthma. And so that then led us to a path of like, okay, great. We've checked that box. She's great. Well, she's still kept not doing well in school. And we figured out after some allergy testing that she was allergic to wheat. So she's got a wheat allergy and a dairy allergy.
Me too.
So
you call it a pain in the ass.
Yeah. A pita. So she was really the catalyst for this because we had to drive, really an hour away to find the food options that would fit in her box of dietary choices. And I just had this idea. We went on vacation in North Carolina and went to a really cool grocery store called Green Life Grocery. Whole Foods now owns it now. And just fell in love with the layout of it and came home and I emailed a bunch of buddies of mine like 4 in the morning since I couldn't sleep. I'm like, people have been talking about Trader Joe's in our town. No, they won't come. I'm like, we need to take it better than that. We need to be more natural. So I emailed my buddies at 4 in the morning and the response was, hey, let's bring a natural food for you too. And the response was, are you high? And then that morphed into, can I double my investment? Because they saw my passion and they saw that this had a real chance of making it. So we, honestly, my daughter Jordan was really the catalyst for this whole project. And as it turns out, guess who's dairy intolerant besides her? Me. And I would get these chronic sore throats. I would get horribly sick several times a year, and I never knew. I was the guy, I'm in the trucking business. I had fast food wrappers on the floorboard of my car. I'm not from this business at all. So it's like I made a complete right turn, and I've never looked back. It's been the best thing, and it's the really good thing is for our community. It's like I talk about this a lot when I do talks. We have 20 fast food restaurants within 1 mile of our store location, which really, I think, historically have spoken poorly of our community and what our offerings are. But that we've kind of like,
especially right in the heart of the agriculture. I mean, Yuba City is in the middle of some amazing agriculture.
Yeah, right? That's the irony, right?
Totally.
I mean, we're this breadbasket. We got it all right around us, and so for us, to be able to bring the store and make it work, it was scary. The first couple of years were really scary. We opened in 2011, and we had the wrong product mix, and we were a little too granola for the town. And since we've changed that, we've become an experienced team.
It's one of the most beautiful stores I've seen. So you guys built from the ground up and built an amazingly beautiful store. Do you have a website people can check out?
We do, yeah, newearthmarket.com.
Yeah, you should check out the website because it's just the way the layout and the colors, it's very warm, it's very inviting. The signage is very well done. So you did a really good job with your first store. Did you learn some lessons because I know you're working on a second one. What lessons are you going to apply from the first store to the second?
Yeah, so we really didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I tried to surround myself with some really good people that have done this before, and we certainly did that. So for this store, we're utilizing those relationships and nurturing them, and I found out that I used to be a control freak early when I was younger, and I've learned as I've gotten older, it's like, okay, I need to give people the autonomy to do things and make decisions, and I've done that with my staff, and I've really done it with our contractors. It's really helped us to kind of have a unique building in that way. But really, it's those kinds of things, and as you talked about earlier today, it's that relationship. It goes both ways, and we nurture that, and they nurture it with us. And it's very open, transparent. Like we talk about our transparent food systems, we're very transparent with our vendors on what we expect and how we want this store to look and how it to feel. From the product products we use, no formaldehyde. I mean, it's top to bottom. We want clean food. We want a clean building too. So we have a very, like I said, formaldehyde, we use recycled water. I mean, we try to be a LEED certified building, but it's really tough given the amount of power we use, especially in a valley where it gets 100 plus degrees in the summertime. So I hate to say it, but we're energy hogs. It's just, but we're trying to do things that are helping that with doors in a lot of our cold cases that are kind of the new thing right now. Hybrid condensers that use less water because we're obviously having a drought right now, so we can use less water and use more air or have that cycle on and off. So things of that nature, and just being open to the change of technology.
Do you sense that matters to your customer? Do they get that? Do they get it? Are you explaining that to them? Do you think they would get it?
I think we missed the boat on that. I think we do have a sign we just put up about 3 weeks ago in our store that talks about this building has all of these attributes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's really cool. We're excited about it. We haven't told our story. Right. We expect everybody knows this. I expect everybody's heard my story, and I've told it 1,000 times. Nobody knows my story. Yeah. And so I was really happy to hear you reiterate to drive home. It's like, I need to start telling my stories.
Well, there's a retailer I'll introduce you to, Mom's Market on the East Coast. They're those socially green, conscious companies I've ever seen. The way they tell their story, it'd be worth it for you to go on a plane and go see some of their stores.
Mom's
Market. Because you would get it. You get it right away. Amazing.
Okay.
I know you also were talking to me earlier about food service.
Yes.
And especially in Yuba City where there's restaurants everywhere, probably mom and dad both working. A lot of dual income kind of housing and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about what you learned from a food service standpoint, because I think a lot of the retailers watching this will probably get some good insights from you on that.
So we've been blessed to have a really good chef that we hired from the get-go. His name is Desiree Lebrain. He's trained in France, and he's really driven, and he makes, and his staff, they do wonderful things. But consistency's been one of the main things. We have a banned ingredients list that we have in our store, so people that buy from us not only on the shelves also expect that same quality in the food. So we have a consistency level where we have all these ingredients that are not allowed in our foods. For the new store, the food service needs to be bigger. We need a bigger salad bar. We need more hot food offerings. We didn't do enough hot food offerings in our existing store. Things of that nature. I'm trying to think about other things that we do. The freshness of it. It's all about the quality too, and word of mouth. I think one of the biggest things we get from our food is it introduces people to the store. Because people come to the store, and Yuba City is historically, it's an Nabisco, Betty Crocker type town. They don't know natural brands, and so they come in like, this is all foreign to me. So what they do is they'll try food out of the deli case, and that'll introduce them to the foods in the rest of the store. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship with the food service in the rest of the store. And we have a community room, which we'll do cooking classes in, and we'll do demos for Haba, for instance, or we'll have catered events, and we'll cater our food there. And people are like, where did this food come from? It's fantastic.
That's a great idea. Catering events for your community is huge.
And so then they make the connection. It's like, hey, this same food you can make it at home, or you can come in here and get it every day. So it's just introducing people to it. It's not scary. It's not gonna, you're not gonna grow 30 or something. It's really, it's the right food to be eating. Which, to me, when I hear the word conventional, it drives me crazy because we should be the conventional. This should be the conventional mindset. It's like it's the kind of opposite in my mind. But yeah.
Do you really want a $1 hamburger?
Yeah.
Question I always ask: $1 hamburger? Are you sure? I know your staff. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a Facebook post somewhere of me and one of your staff members doing the hula dance.
Oh, that's guaranteed.
Yeah. So you hire really passionate people, and I've heard you mention passion twice now, the chef and the construction folks that you work with. What's it take to attract passionate people? Is there something we need to consider in that? You know what I mean? It's like, what do you give them that makes them, what do you give the chef, which is a French-trained chef, what do you give him that makes him want to work there and pour that passion into that amazing food?
I stay out of his way.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Honestly,
there's an energy, though, that attracts those people, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to figure out if there's a tactical way to do that, because I think a lot of the retailers that are watching are trying to get staff, they're trying to keep their staff happy, there's turnover, and I see retailers that do it really well, and I'm not sure if there's a magic, formula, but if there was, it'd be kind of cool to boil it down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if we have certainly all those issues that other people have with turnover and different things, and retaining the right people, but the people leading it are just incredible incredibly passionate about what they do, and I was kind of tongue-in-cheek about getting out of the way, but I really do give them a ton of autonomy. Just, make this yours. Do what you want with it. And we all sit down, and that's one thing we do every week, is we have a meeting with all of our department heads. It's a set meeting every Wednesday, and we talk about what's going on, what's working, what's not working, and they all know. It took them a while to get to know this, but tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me to go pound sand. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I want to be told that. So we're to this point now where we all talk like around the family meeting. I love this meeting because we all sit around the table and we all throw ideas back and forth, and it's not personal. If someone doesn't like what something's working, we talk about it and we work through it and we'll try something different. So I think that's a really big part of it. Is I'm transparent. I'm open book. We talk about what our margins are, what P&L looks like, how we're going to move forward, and I think they really appreciate that.
That's you.
Exchange of information.
That's great. I got one more question.
Okay.
Let's say I'm 25 years old, very passionate about health and wellness, extremely passionate, right? And I just came into a lot of money, and I want to start a health food store.
Okay.
What advice do you have for me?
I would do a market study. I think it's important to know where you're going into. Understand your demographic. That's one of the mistakes we made. Is we opened up like a hippie store in a very conservative town. So understand your community, and surround yourself with people that have done this before. There's a lot of great information. I'll tell you, I couldn't have done this. I was in another business. I was doing this kind of moonlighting, building this store, but the internet was an amazing tool for me to go out and research different refrigeration companies and planograms and different things that I knew nothing about. Mm-hmm. So I kind of did the YouTube school of education on this whole thing. So that helped a lot. But ask a ton of questions and come to conferences like Infra here. Go to Expo. I went to Expo 2 years before we opened. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm like at Disneyland here. What do I do? Which ride do I go on first? And I didn't know the lingo. I didn't know what I was talking about. But people are very cool in this business, and it's a very nurturing business. It's not typical the corporate model. People are they want to embrace you and help you and nurture the process. I think that's the best thing I could say is surround yourself with good people and be open to listen and ask a ton of questions.
Great advice, Kevin. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, good talking with you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.